Next to a New Brunswick woman who's been treated for rabies after an unexpected encounter in her barn. She was bitten not by a raccoon or a skunk, the animals we normally link with rabies, but by a rat. The rabies treatment's been ordered because of where she lives. CTV's Mike Cameron explains.
Christine Lanneman checks on her animals every morning, and she checks for rats.
They live in the track underneath there. They travel in and out. They've made holes. They chew holes, but that's what it looks like. They eat it.
She's been putting rat poison around the barn, but nothing prepared her for an incident last week with a rat she thought was dead.
I picked it up, and it was really heavy, so I pinching the tail and picked it up. It was about that around and about that long. And I start to walk down the alleyway, and it just comes to, swings around, bites me on the knuckle, and scratches my finger. And I dropped it, and it started running in half-moon shapes, which is not normal.
Her barn is in Brunswick, where there have been 3 confirmed cases of rabies in animals this year. So treatment for rabies was ordered.
They said you had to go to the hospital, and when I went to the hospital, I said to the doctor, well, maybe I'm overreacting. And he said, oh, no, you're not. So the needles aren't bad, really. It's not the scary way it used to be at all.
This rural area in southwest New Brunswick has been the focus of attention in New Brunswick's 2-decade-long battle with rabies. In just the past 3 years, there have been 30 confirmed cases in the province, though mostly in raccoons and skunks. Lanneman started seeing rats for the first time this summer, though that's not unusual.
Especially in the farm type setting. There's feed around, there's animals around.
Pest control expert Greg Flynn says in rural areas, all the neighbors have to get involved.
I mean, if everybody bands together and works together and keeps their property in the type of condition that it should be and reduces all the food and the entry points and the water sources, I mean, the neighborhood should be able to work together to get rid of a rat problem pretty easily.
Lanneman says the rat problem in this part of New Brunswick is now beyond local control.
I think we need some kind of professional intervention. And I think the province needs to get involved because they are disease carriers.
The Natural Resources Department responded today by saying it is the responsibility of owners to deal with rodents on their properties. The Department of Natural Resources also told us today that the last time rabies was confirmed in a rat in New Brunswick was way back in the mid-1960s. So it's not unheard of, but it is very rare, and the treatment that the lady received there for rabies was strictly a precautionary measure. Steve?
Very unpleasant subject, Mike. Thank you anyway. CTV's Mike Cameron.
I guess so.
From the St. John Newsroom tonight.